we present the Grumbleweeds. Albert, Carl, Graham, Morris and Robin in Vote for Fibber.
Come in, Uncle Rubbish. Hey, you look a bit excited.
I am, Ratface, and you will be when I tell you.
When you tell us what?
When I tell you what I'm going to tell you.
What are you going to tell us, Uncle Rubbish?
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you, and when I've told you what I'm going to tell you, you're going to say...
Get on with it, you wart.
Get on with it, you wart. No, it's just been on the telly.
What has?
Our village. It's just been on.
Why?
That's what I'm going to tell you.
Don't start that again.
We're in the news.
You'll be in the flipping cellar in a minute, pal.
Come on, old gaffer. The suspense is killing me.
We're having a by-election.
Is that all? I thought it was something important.
It is important, Melanie. The whole country will be looking at our little town to gauge the temperature of political feeling.
Oh, I'm not interested in politics.
Nor am I.
I'll go.
I've only ever voted once. It was terrible.
Why's that, old lad?
I put my cross next to Jack Parkinson.
Well?
He was the printer of the ballot paper.
Well, I've always been interested in politics. I'm descended from a very famous politician. My granddad Rubbish stood for Parliament for 25 years.
I'll bet his legs ached.
He was a Whig.
And you're a prat.
It's Fred Fibber.
All right, lads.
Come in, Fred. Make yourself at home.
What brings you round, Fred?
Well, it's our Enid. She's got to go into hospital.
Oh, is she poorly, Fred?
No, she's having some cosmetic surgery. I'd do it myself, but this new job I've got doesn't leave me much spare time.
What new job's this, Fibber?
You read about it? I've been made New England football manager. Any road, our Enid's going to have a nose job.
What's a nose job, Fred?
She's having her nose altered, Melanie.
No, she's not, pal. She's having a brand new one. You see, trouble with our Enid is she's too attractive. Everywhere she goes, men find her irresistibly beautiful. So she's having a new conch. Which hopefully will make her less attractive and give her a bit of peace.
Do you think I could have a teeth job? How do you go about having a nose job, Fred?
You see me, pal.
No, it's easy. You go to this place in London, and I've got hundreds of pictures of noses, snitches, conchs and hooters. You look at them and decide which one you fancy. There's no to it.
So what you're really saying, Fred, is you can pick your own nose.
You'll be picking your nose in a minute, pal. Off the flipping floor.
It's fantastic what they can do these days. I read in the paper about a man of 97 who had a computerised electronic pacemaker wired up to his heart.
That is incredible.
The only problem is, every time he sneezes, his next-door neighbour's garage door opens.
Oh, that's funny. Pick your own nose.
Anyway, I haven't told you the best bit of news, have I? I'm standing for Parliament.
I've heard it all now.
Hang on. You're going to be an MP, Fred?
He's an MP now, a mouldy pranner.
Listen, pal, just watch it, because when I'm Prime Minister, I'm going to have you deported.
When did all this start, Fred?
Well, I've always been interested in politics, me. I mean, I had 5 years as a Common Market Minister in the European General Assembly. Meetings in Stuttgart every other day. But I had to pack it up.
Why, Fred?
It were costing me a fortune in bus fares.
So, how's your campaign doing then, Fred?
It's hard work, I can tell you. Working on my speeches, going to party meetings.
What party are you standing for, like, Fred?
What party?
Yeah.
There's only one party, pal. The MJID party.
What, the MJID party?
Don't tell me you've never heard of the MJID party.
Well, I haven't.
It's the party of the future. The party that cares for everyone's needs.
Oh.
The party that gives the voter what he wants. The party pledged to making the world a better place to live in.
So, what does MJID stand for?
More jam in donuts.
More jam in donuts.
Yeah,
Ah, that's fantastic.
It is brilliant.
it's incredible.
Congratulations, Fred.
You ask anybody, what do you want from a responsible government? And the answer comes back loud and clear, more jam in donuts.
I've never heard such a load of baloney in all my life.
Listen, pal, what can't speak can't lie. I've done a survey.
What kind of a flipping survey?
I'll tell you what kind of a flipping survey. Last Saturday morning, me and Aureen had interviewed 14 million people with a 28-page questionnaire, and without exception, the result were unanimous. The voting masses of this country are demanding more jam in donuts.
Well, I'm behind you, Fred. I'd like more jam in donuts.
And so would I.
And me.
And you've got my vote, Fred, as soon as I find me teeth.
Fibber, I refuse to have my intelligence insulted by this load of claptrap. You never interviewed 14 million people who wanted more jam in donuts. People vote on important issues like foreign policy, education, unemployment, world peace.
Oh, hello. Are we missing something?
Yes, because we don't like to be left out of things, do we, Geoffrey?
We don't, Ernest.
What is it we don't like to be left out of?
Things.
Things.
Yes,
Things.
Right. Nobody say a word. I'm going to ask these two clowns a question.
Oh, is it a new game?
Oh, I hope so. Because we like games, don't we, Ernest?
Oh, like 'em. We do, Geoffrey.
Now, concentrate.
Isn't he masterful?
What would be the one outstanding policy a political party had to have to get your vote?
Oh, that's an hard one, Ernest.
Put your finger on it there, Geoffrey. It's a toughie. Yes, a toughie.
It is a toughie. What is it that it is?
A toughie.
Yes. I mean, there's your education.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's very important education, yes. Then there's your foreign policy.
Oh, not to mention unemployment.
Yes. And don't forget world peace.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's what we all want, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, it's difficult.
It is. It's a toughie.
Yes. And we have to choose one.
Just one.
What do you think?
Well, taking all round, I would say the policy that would get my vote would be more jam in donuts.
Yes. Absolutely. No question about it. What is it there's no question about?
More jam in donuts.
I should have known better. You two Nellies would vote for a cross-eyed monkey.
If he put more jam in donuts, we would.
Give me strength!
Well done, lads. Now, what I want is some volunteers to help me do some canvassing.
Ah, great, because I'm good at mending tents.
Tents. Are we going camping, Geoffrey?
Oh, I hope so, Ernest. I've just knitted myself a new nightcap with a big bubble on it.
No. Canvassing. Knocking on doors. Stopping people in the street and asking them to vote for you.
Well, you can count me out. I'm not knocking on anybody's door and asking them to vote for the more jamming donuts candidate. That'll be a laughing stock.
Well, I will, Fred.
Ah, so will I.
Yes, you can rely on me.
And me. Brilliant. I'm having my first public meeting on Saturday in Church Hall. Can I rely upon your support?
Absolutely, Fred.
Ah, we'll be there, old lad. And we'll start canvassing first thing in the morning.
Well done. Remember, it's all about knocking on doors. You know, Fred, I've just thought of a wonderful campaign slogan for you. More jam in your donuts will give the country hope. So let's all vote for Fibber.
The jam and donut dope.
about Fred Fibber standing for the more jamming donuts party?
I don't think anything. What time have I for politics? I haven't moved from this kitchen for years. I only found out last month the rotten war were over.
How did you find that out?
The ration book ran out. I rang up for a new one. Oh, I can't cope.
What political party do you support, Dad?
I don't know. Your father's never voted in his life.
Why haven't you voted, Dad?
I don't know.
Does that mean you're one of the don't knows?
I don't know. I've heard it all now. He doesn't know whether or not he's a don't know.
Well, I'm voting for Fred. Just think, more jamming donuts.
Never mind jamming donuts, Melanie. Are you shelling them peas or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, where the heck are they? There's 3 peas in that rotten bowl.
Oh, dear. I must have eaten them.
Oh, why won't they take me away? I'll have to boil the flipping pods now.
You can't, ma'am,
Why not?
because I've eaten them as well.
Oh, I cannot go.
Well, what a day.
Ah, my feet are killing me.
Serves you right. I've been sitting at home all day watching television.
Well, I think that's disgusting.
And so do I, Melanie. The least you could have done was to canvass for half an hour just to show Fred Fibber that you supported him.
I've told you before, if you think I'm knocking on the doors of normal, sensible human beings and asking them if they'll vote for more jamming donuts, you want your heads examining.
Well, I got a marvellous response.
And so did I.
Ah, here's Wilfred. Oh, dear. Let me sit down. I'm exhausted.
Come on, old lad. You put your feet up.
Oh, that's lovely.
So, how have you got on with your canvassing, Wilfred?
Oh, fantastic. Great. I've knocked on 3,899 doors.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Well done, Wilfred.
And did you get a good response?
What do you mean?
What did the people say they'd vote for Fred?
What people?
The people who answered the doors.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I didn't wait to talk to them.
Just a minute, let me get this right. Are you trying to tell us you've been out all day just knocking on doors?
Yeah. 3,899 of them. But it was hard work. Me knuckles are red raw.
But Wilfred, the idea is to talk to the householder on his or her doorstep and persuade them to vote for Fred.
Well, nobody told me that. Fred said it was all about knocking on doors. So I've knocked on 3,899.
We have here a 5-star, 18-carat bonnet.
Oh dear, but you see, old lad, when he said it's all about knocking on doors, he didn't mean it was simply all about knocking on doors. He really meant it's all about knocking on doors.
Well, I'm glad we've got that cleared up.
All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for all your help.
Oh, it's been a pleasure, Fred.
Mind you, we've worked hard.
It's all about knocking on doors.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to have a word with you about that.
Shut it, Grimshaw.
Sure.
It's been a great day. Just think, this time next week they'll be counting the votes. Roll on polling day. It won't be long now, everybody.
Oh, I'm excited.
Hey, look, the returning officer's climbing onto the stage.
Where's he been?
He hasn't been anywhere.
Well, where's he returning from?
He's not returning from anywhere, Wilfred.
He must be returning from somewhere. You said he was the returning officer.
He is, but he hasn't been anywhere. He stayed where he was all night. What's his name, anyway? Sid Squeak.
But before he stayed where he was, he must have been somewhere else. To come to where he was, you said he stayed.
He's a good lad, he said. He's been returning officer for years, you know.
Well, then he must have been somewhere before he is where he was now, innit? I mean, he can't have been in that one spot for years.
1965 he was made returning officer at face.
Well, that proves it. I mean, he must have been to the toilet since 1965. So that solved it. He should be called the returning from the toilet officer.
Well up, Grimshaw.
Fred looks confident now.
Fred looks stupid. I mean, why couldn't he wear a rosette like the other candidates?
I think he looks good with that giant donut on his head.
Hey, up, look out. Sid Squeak's coming to the microphone.
Ah, well, when he's made his announcement and he goes back to where he's been since 1965, he'll be the returning from the microphone officer.
Shut up! Testing, testing, testing. My lords, ladies, and gentlemen, as returning officer for the said constituency, it is my pleasurable task to announce the vote cast at this election.
Oh, I am excited.
Firstly, I would like to say a few words about the candidates. 6 of the finest specimens it has been my pleasure to be associated with.
Hey, can we sit somewhere else? I'm getting flipping soaked here.
The sportsmanship that has been shown has been quite outstanding. It is a sickening shame that somebody has to lose.
I'd make a fortune selling umbrellas.
Just be quiet, Uncle Nasty.
And so, here are the votes as cast by the constituents. Cyril Sidebottom, 16 votes.
I don't believe it.
Miss Celia Stansfield, 17 votes.
Incredible.
Stephen Shufflewick, 66 votes. Alice Shorthouse, 37 votes. Cedric Ponsonby Smythe, 76 votes.
Cross your fingers, everybody.
Fred Fibber, 16,677 votes. So, I declare that said Fred Fibber your representative in this constituency.
I think that's fantastic.
You know, Ned, what a magnificent victory.
Long live the more jamming donuts party.
Here, here.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
And he gets right up my nose, pal.
Now, who'd like a glass of elderberry wine?
Oh, yes. I'll have one, old lad.
Melanie?
Yes, please. Frida, have a glass of wine, love.
Don't you love me? I know what you're after. I've read about people like you. You pour wine down a young innocent girl, and then, when she's helpless, under your spell, you pounce.
No, Frida. I just thought you might like a glass of wine, that's all.
Oh, yes, just a glass. That's how it starts. Just one little glass, then another, and another, and before you know where you are, I'm helpless and under your spell. And then you pounce.
Well, no, I wasn't just like thinking of pouncing, Frida. I just thought, I thought it'd be nice if you joined us for a drink.
Of course, it'd be nice for you when I'm helpless and under your spell. It'll be very nice, won't it, for you? But what about me when you pounce?
No, I was just trying to be sociable, Frida. It's not every day you've something to celebrate. I just thought you'd like to share the excitement.
You disgusting little toad. You're not sharing my excitement. My excitement's mine. It's not for nobody else, not never. Oh, I can't cope. Why do other men find me so devastatingly attractive, Adolf? I don't know.
Do you know, I wish I'd never mentioned it.
Can I have a glass of wine?
Of course you can, Wilfred.
Oh, and don't forget us.
No, don't forget those, will you?
Oh, we love a glass of elderberry wine, don't we, Geoffrey?
We do, Ernest. What is it that's elder we love a glass of?
Berry.
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 Aye.
Well, if you've all got a drink, what about a toast?
I'm not hungry.
A toast, you wat.
Let's drink to Fred Fibber, MP.
Fred
Fred
Fibber.
Fibber. Lovely. What a memorable victory.
I think it's fantastic.
Where is he anyway? He won't be long, Melanie. He said he'd join us as soon as he'd finished all his television interviews.
Wasn't that a brilliant speech he made?
Oh, yes, brilliant.
That bit about putting pressure on the Prime Minister to create a Ministry of Donuts. Brilliant idea.
Ministry of Donuts? You might as well have a Ministry of Licorice all sorts, or a Ministry of Tripe and Onions.
No, Uncle Nasty, that'd be silly.
I think he'll be a wonderful MP. What we ought to do is have a special celebration party.
Or even a celebration dinner.
Well, don't you look at me. There's no way I can feed 12 people on 3 tea bags, 2 ounces of cheese and half a kipper.
Hey, that was the back door. It'll be Fred.
Come in, Fred. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Fred.
Well
Lovely.
done, Freddie.
Sit down. Have a glass of something.
Preferably paint stripper.
No, it's all right, lads. I'll not bother.
It's not all right, Fred. We're proud of you.
We are.
You've made history tonight, Fred, old lad. It was a landslide.
Pity he wasn't under it.
You know, I think somebody should make a speech.
Wilfred, you're good at speeches.
Yes, Wilfred, off you go, lad.
Yeah, well, I mean, you see, on an occasion like this, there are certain things which have to be said. Obviously, there are certain things which haven't to be said as well. The thing is to try and say as briefly as possible the things that have to be said and not the things that haven't to be said. So, much time can be wasted by saying the unimportant things which mean nothing and don't impress anybody. So, just to go over once again what I've said, I think it's important to be brief and say the things that have to be said. I'm sure none of us need reminding of the old proverb, he who gathers moss in a glass house is a friend in need. Unless he's counting his chickens when he's crossing a bridge in time. So, in conclusion and finally, think about what I've said and always remember the great words of William Shakespeare when, in Act 2 of The Mousetrap, Julius Caesar turns to Sherlock Holmes and says the immortal line,
Sit down, you wat.
sit down, you are. Thank you.
That was a wonderful speech,
Oh, it
Wilfred.
was wonderful, Wilfred. Yes,
well,
he's a good lad, is Wilfred. Well done, my son.
So how did your television interviews go, Fred?
Ah, fantastic. I called a special press conference in Mayor's Parlour. They were all there, all cameras and reporters from all over the world.
Ah, It'll be on every news bulletin and every newspaper front page tomorrow, Fred.
It will. Fred Fibber resigns.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. What do you say?
Fred Fibber resigns.
Ha ha! It's a joke, isn't it? Ha! I mean, you're not serious, like.
Of course it's a joke. Good old Fred, eh? That's what politics wants, isn't it? A bit of humour.
He looks pretty serious to me.
Huh? I've resigned my seat.
You've
Well,
done
what?
Huh?
Well, I knew you were a tri-pound fibber, but I didn't know you were a nutcase.
Fred, lad, you've pulled off the political victory of a lifetime.
I know.
In 1 week, Fred, you've converted the whole country to want more jam in donuts.
I know.
You must reconsider your decision, Fred. In 5 years' time, you could possibly be next Prime Minister.
I know.
So why, Fred? Why have you tossed aside your chance of fame and fortune?
I should have thought it were obvious. He's going to get in with me window cleaning round, isn't he?
Ah, yeah.
You lot have been listening to Vote for Fibber, starring me, Fred Fibber, greatest actor in the world. Not forgetting, of course, Grumbleweeds, Albert, Carl, Graham, Morris and Robin. Vote for Fibber was written and produced in Manchester by Mike Craig. And don't forget, vote for me, more jam in donuts.
And there'll be more comedy on too tomorrow lunchtime with Eric.